1, 2, good morning to you. 3, 4, stay safe indoors. So, children, I hope you're all hale and hearty and you're facing the heat nicely. So, children, ready for the computer class? Last time we all had done how to stay informed about the input devices, how to take out the fight of all the input devices and tell them that they are all equally important. So, we had done some facts about the devices, that is the hardware is that part which we can touch and feel, and computer peripheral means those devices of the computer which can be touched. Computer peripherals are basically the external devices attached to a computer without which the computer cannot work. Then we had also studied that this hardware is very important, without which we cannot give the computer its basic data and we cannot even receive the data. Then we had classified the devices into various categories like the input device, and we had started with studying of a few of the input devices. Now those devices have all understood that they are all equally important and the children are giving equal importance to all the devices. But now, this time in place, along with the input devices, we have got some output devices also coming in the picture. They said that why only the input devices are getting all the importance? Why not the output devices also? Whereas, to tell you all the fact, the devices are categorized not only as input and output, they are classified as input, output, memory, processing, and storage devices. So, there are 5 categories of devices, out of which we had started with the input device because these are the ones which we use most frequently. The very first thing we do once we start a computer is make use of the input device. Today, in addition to the input devices, we will also be studying a few of the output devices. So we would be studying the input and output peripherals. Okay, so let's first revise what are input devices. In simple terms, input devices means that those devices which put some data inside the computer, they are known as input devices. This we had seen last time also, that we had done about the keyboard, mouse, joystick, barcode scanner. Now, these devices were the ones which we use in our daily life. But apart from these input devices, we have some high technology devices also, which we might not be using very frequently, but yes, we do make a good use of them and they are used more for security purposes. So those devices that we would be doing today are highly important. They are superior in use of technology. Let's study about them. The first one is the OCR, that is the optical character reader. Now, optical character reader, or you can also call it as the optical character recognition device. This is a device, it's a magical device. It just goes through the text character by character. Once this device is placed on some written text, anything, suppose it's a magazine, suppose it's the newspaper, they're all typed text, or anything that you write in the notebook. Once you place the OCR on it, it goes through each character one by one, and then it scans the character, recognizes it, and produces an electronic version of that character. That means if you have written E on your notebook, it is going to recognize that character, scan it, recognize it, and make an electronic E into the computer. So whatever you have as a text data gets converted into the electronic data. Good, no? It's so easy to convert the data with an OCR. Whatever is written in text form gets converted to electronic form. So it is highly effective and efficient in its working. Now, seeing the work of OCR, how could our MICR be left behind? MICR is the magnetic ink character reader. Now, what do we mean by a magnetic ink character reader? Magnetic ink character reader, or MICR, it is a device which is used to read characters printed in special form. These are the characters. OCR reads any normal text, but now MICR reads only characters which are written using a magnetic ink, and that too in special form. So it is a highly encrypted form of text that it reads, and these are generally used in bank checks. In the bank checks, the bottom of the check, the bottom line of the check, it contains characters written in special font, and those characters are written using magnetic ink. So MICR characters, they can be easily read by us also. We can also read those characters. It is not that we cannot read, but this character reader, this device, this is used to read those characters, and these characters have a special meaning for them. They contain the bank's IFSC code, they contain the check number, they contain the MICR code, so that whatever money is getting transferred to the check, it goes in safe hand. So it is used for highly confidential work, and it is a very secure medium. So while OCR is used to convert any type of character, MICR is used for special characters which are written using magnetic ink. That is why the name is magnetic ink character reader. Now the next device that we have today is the digital camera. Now, digital camera, this we all know, we all have used. This is used to capture images or videos and store them in the digital format. So, since it takes the input as well as it shows us whatever pictures are stored inside it, it is termed as an input as well as output device. And the data, that is the pictures stored by the digital camera, they are in the form of pixels. All the images and the videos captured, they are also transferred to a computer for modification, and then they can also be printed on the paper if required. And a digital camera can store up to thousands of pictures. It does not require any reel. Now, not going far beyond was the optical mark reader. Today we have done the optical character reader, which reads the characters and converts. Optical means with the help of light it reads and then it converts them to digital data. Then we have the optical MICR, that is the magnetic ink character reader, which reads characters written with magnetic ink. Now we have the optical mark reader. It means this is also an input device, but it is here to read only markings. It does not read characters, it reads marks which are there on specially printed forms and sheets. For this, we need specially printed sheets, usually the answer sheets which we get in exams, the answer sheet which we get for a computerized checking exam, this kind of an answer sheet, the one shown here, in which we just have to mark, rather shade the option, the correct option. So in these kind of answer sheets, the markings that we do, the shading that we do is read by the optical mark reader. As the answer sheet is passed through the optical mark reader device, it scans the data, it reads the data, and then it checks also. It tells how many answers. It compares with the answers which are already fed in it, and then it gives the result also instantly. This is the use of an optical mark reader. Usually it is used where there are exams conducted at a larger scale. Next is the QR code. This is again another new technology input device. In this kind of input device, we do not have to either type or point or move even a finger. We just have to scan this QR code. This QR code actually contains a lot of information. It is a type of matrix. Matrix means it is a type of a grid or a type of a table with rows and columns of data inside it. It includes the URL links also, like the website link also of the company which produces. It contains the geo coordinates also, and the best part is it is so easy to use. You do not have to have any special device for it. Even your own mobiles contain the scanner which can scan the QR codes. So it is a very easy and highly secure app. It is so secure that it is slowly and steadily replacing the barcodes. Earlier we had done the barcode reader, which was used to detect the barcode. Now there we had required a special reader. Now we do not use the barcode readers, we use the QR code, that is a quick response codes. And these were first designed in 1994 in Japan for the automotive industry. So these are not very old also. So these are really amazing devices. Now coming, the next one is the graphic tablet. The graphic tablet, which is also known as a pen tablet or the drawing pad. The name itself tells us what is it used for. Now it is a drawing pad. It is used to draw images directly. People who are artistic in nature, they do not like to use a mouse or a pointer. They just take a pen and straight away start drawing. So this drawing tablet or drawing pad is made for those kind of people. They directly draw with the help of a pen. That pen is known as a stylus, and whatever images they draw on this drawing tablet, it is directly captured and sent into the computer, and it is converted into digital form. So it is as if you are drawing some car on your paper, and that car is directly going into the computer and getting saved there. So you don't have to draw it again. So it is a good way for all the artists. Next, we have another advanced technology which is used as an input device, and those are the biometric devices. Biometric devices means those devices which recognize the identity of a living person based on his behavioral characteristics. That is, they will take a print impression, or they will take your thumb impression, or they will take your eye impression, and they will, or there is face scanning these days. All these are known as biometrics, and the devices which recognize these biometrics are known as the biometric devices. So these days, even the doorbells, instead of the doorbells, there is a finger press device being used, where only the people whose finger the bell recognizes, the gate opens automatically for those people. Or even in the morning attendance, instead of the teacher calling the attendance, the students have to enter either by showing their iCards or by clicking on the device, where the device knows the person, recognizes the person from his biometrics, that is the finger impression. This is also a very secure identification method. Till now, we have seen the use of all the input devices. Each and every device had a spectacular purpose and was used for a very important job. All these devices are very important to us to keep our data safe and to make our work easier. But children, it is not that only the input devices are important. We also have output devices. Output devices have come running after, and they want saying that we are also important, since we display information or we display the processed data. Once the data goes inside the computer, it gets processed, and whatever is the final result, we are the devices which show this processed result. So let us see what in output devices do we have now. Now, the output devices, the first one came running, that is the monitor. It is also known as the VDU or the visual display unit. It is an output device. It displays the information. It displays text as well as images, and the images that it displays, or even the text that is displays, is made up of thousands of tiny dots. They are not visible. We see it as a picture, but it is actually a combination of thousands of tiny dots which are known as pixels. And do you know the monitors of yesteryears, means the previous monitors, they were very bulky. They had the backside coming out. They were very heavy and bulky, and their picture quality was also not that good. And consumed a lot of power also. They were known as the cathode ray monitor, the heavy bulky monitor that you see. This is the CRT, or the cathode ray tube monitor. CRT stands for cathode ray tube. But now the technology has changed. Now we have a slim monitor. We all have slim monitors only at home, be it desktop, be it laptop, everything is slim now. They are known as the LED monitors, that is the light emitting diode monitors. So their picture quality is good. They are easy to carry from one place to another. The images also have a higher resolution. A higher resolution means that the image, there are more pixels per inch. Greater the number of pixels, better would be the quality of the monitor. So the number of pixels per inch is known as the resolution. Now the monitors have a very good resolution. Alright, now once the monitors are through, we know that they are used and how they are used. How could the printers be left behind? Now the printers, they give us the output on the paper. Monitors, they just show us the output, whereas the printers, they give us the output on the paper. And this printed output on the paper is known as the hard copy. They can print anything. They can print text also. They can print images also. Now, but do you know, children, that printers also have come up from revolution, ages of revolution. Earlier printers were impact printers. Impact printers means there was a direct contact between the print head and the paper, and it would always give a noise like there is a slap being made like this. There would be a noise. So these printers were very noisy printers, and nowadays they are obsolete. Only dot matrix printer is an example of this kind of a printer, and it is used largely in banks where there is bulk printing going on. So there is a huge roll of paper plays, and there would be the dot matrix printer printing. Of course, its print quality is poor and it is slow in printing, as well as it makes a lot of noise, but it is cheap. But the printers that we see every day, they are the non-impact printers. That means there is no noise that comes from those printers while they are printing. Those printers are non-impact printers. There is no direct contact between the print head and the paper, and those printers are our laser printer, the inkjet printer, or the deskjet printer. Inkjet printer is also known as deskjet printer. So these printers can be colored or black and white, but the impact printers were only black and white. And the first electronic printer was again invented in Japan by a Japanese company called as Epson. This company produces printers now also. Alright, now printers done, monitors done. What next? Now, as the technology improved, bigger charts and graphs also came into printing. And for printing bigger charts and graphs, we had the plotters, which are able to draw high quality images. So plotter is also an output device. It produces graphic drawings. So plotters, they draw lines on papers using pen, though you can see in the diagram it is not visible, but that is how it works. The pen slides from one side to the other and the plotter keeps on plotting the images, lines. It produces line drawings much faster, and it produces high quality images. The image quality is better than the printer, so wherever we need bigger charts, graphs, maps, we make use of plotters. Monitors done, printers done, plotters done. One more output device which sits in the corner, but it is of high importance, is our projector. Projector, it is an output device used for projecting images and text on the large screens or on the walls. So this is also an output device since it gives the projection of images as well as text on the wall or on the screen. We have a projector in our computer lab also. In the new lab, you all have seen the projector giving the projection on the wall. So it is an equivalent of the overhead projector that we used to have. This is a digital projector we are talking of. LCD again stands for liquid crystal display. These projectors are much modern than the previously used versions of them, and they are used widely in schools and offices for giving presentations. So children, now we have seen that we have a lot of input devices, and so do we have a lot of output devices also. And how do we categorize them? They are categorized on the basis of the work they do. If they take the data inside the computer, they are input device. But if they are bringing something stored inside the computer on the surface or outside the computer in the printed form, it is known as an output device. So continuing with our devices list, we are going to include this video's device, and we will complete our list. This time the addition is we are going to write the place where it is used, because all the devices that we have done today cannot be used at home. So instead of how you use the device, you will make it as the place where the device is used. Either you can continue in the same table, or if you want, you can make another table. Thank you, children. Save your work.